joining us right now is Elizabethton Fire Chief Barry Carrier. Tell us a little bit about when you guys first received that call.
The first arriving unit was between 2 and 3 minutes out. When he arrived, it was our deputy chief. He saw heavy flames coming from the plane, and the passengers were already out standing up in front of the plane.
So they were able to get out fairly quickly then?
It looks like they were able to get out fairly quickly and under their own power.
Chief, we're looking up here, we're 2 hours plus since that happened, and still a very active scene. Talk about what's going on here right now, what your men and women are still doing.
Well, the first thing they had to do was extinguish the fire, make sure that the patients were okay. They were transported non-emergency to the local hospital. Then they made sure that the fire was extinguished. But we still have a large fuel spill that conducted itself through some underground piping, and it's burning under there. We can't make access to it really well, so right now we're just letting that part burn, and as soon as that burns off, we've got in the process, we're protecting the environment. We've got some docking material in place near the pond where the runoff is going, so we're protecting the environment, but we're having to let the scene just kind of take care of itself for probably the next couple of hours.
And Chief, if you're in the area here, there's a very strong smell. It almost smells kind of like a charcoal burning on a grill or something, but it's obviously not. Are folks going to be dealing with that for a while, I imagine?
Probably the next couple of hours.
Any environmental concerns? You mentioned that runoff and where that water goes to. You've got the dike set up, but
we do have it dike set up, and we don't think it's getting into the water stream at this point in time.
How much fuel are we talking about?
I don't know exact amount, but I know it's over 1,000 gallons.
What is the moving forward here? I know we're going to be here for a while, obviously. What do you anticipate that timeline looking like?
Well, our goal is to get the highway open back and the airport open back. But until the fire is out, we're not going to be able to do that. We got to make sure that the scene is safe. So that's our goal. We got to make sure the scene is safe and then get the roadway open and the airport open, but we still have to protect the evidence that we have for the FAA investigators are probably be here in the morning.
You know, one of the things that we heard too was your crews were on scene in 2-3 minutes.
Yeah.
How close is this in reference to your fire station?
I'm going to say 2 miles.
So you're able to be here very quickly. And now, obviously, this is a busy road. A lot of folks travel this every day, just going back and forth to home. What do they need to be doing, not only today, but I guess tomorrow morning as well?
Well, the main thing is to be patient with us because we're doing the best we can to get the roadway open back up, but that's going to take some time. And if you don't live up here, please don't come up here because the people that do live up here, they're suffering with traffic congestion because we had to reroute that. So that's the best thing they can do is be patient and don't come up here and become part of the problem if you don't have to.
And that's basically telling folks that are hearing, you know, that's Dale Jr.'s plane wanting to come see that. Don't come try to take that picture.
Please don't. There'll be plenty of pictures, I'm sure, in the media when the time comes.
And Chief, too, when you arrived on scene and you said that the passengers were in front of the plane, outside of the plane, did they talk to anyone? Were they talking?
They were talking to the EMS providers that were administering first aid.
Who was first on scene here? I know you had your deputy chief was here first, but who got here first?
Well, other than the fire department, I don't know. The deputy chief was the first one on scene for the fire department.
Okay. And have you been able to talk to any of them? Have you to see how they're doing or talk to them about anything?
Oh yeah. We've been in constant contact and we've been keeping track of what's happening on the active scene. So our guys are doing good. It's hot out here. It's going to be out here for a while. So we're rehabbing those as we need to.
What's left up here? We're seeing parts of it, but is there very much of the plane left?
Most of the front end is, from the wings forward.
One of the things that we talked about too is seeing the pictures of that plane on fire. It's remarkable that no one was injured.
It is remarkable, and I think that the passengers and the pilots were very lucky. And, you know, they probably just used good judgment and common sense and helped themselves in a time when they really needed to.
Chief, obviously you prepare for stuff like this, hoping to never use it, but talk about, you know, your guys have handled this very well, it appears.
Oh, excellent. The firemen in Elizabethton are top-notch, best around. I'm proud of every single one of them.
All right, thanks so much, Chief.
Chief Barry Carrier for us from Elizabethton Fire Department.
Thank you.